Welcome to Views and Opinions on Hill Media Africa. It's Oguneke Omotola here again, and today our topic of focus is centered around the 5 billion naira palliative to Nigerian states in a bid to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. Before we go any step further, we encourage you to like this video, share, and also subscribe to our channel. Based on the hardship inflicted on Nigerians as a result of the fuel subsidy removal, the Nigerian government, after its National Economic Council's meeting, which was on the 17th of August 2023, made a resolution to roll out a 5 billion naira palliatives in a bid to reduce the sufferings of Nigerians. Babagana Zulum, the governor of Borno State, in his statement, said that 52% of the money will be used to purchase 100 bags of rice, 40 bags of maize, and fertilizers. He also said that the rest of the money will be shared as loans to each state. Stay with us as we take views from our street parliament concerning this 5 billion naira palliative. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back.
Palliative is not a good idea to this country.
It's not all about allocating the rice.
It is left to be seen.
But it depends on how they are going to
manage the sharing very well.
The fuel sector needs the money more.
Sharing beans and rice, everything is not really a good idea.
Allocate the rice. Where are the other ingredients that are being used to cook the rice? There are different things the government should do. I am not trying to bring down the positive impact they want to create, but there are other aspects of life that needed to be touched, especially here in Nigeria. There are different sectors, more like using that money to build an industry where people can work, earn the money, and also get that rice for themselves. There are many ways you can, there are plenty citizens out there that food is not really their problem. They really need something to keep them busy, where they can be getting the money. Okay, let's take for instance, during the time of COVID-19, you can say there were palliative being shared to government or be given to government to share to the citizens. We remember some palliative were held by selfish people. Although we can't say it's a natural phenomenon for people to be selfish, you can see that some of those palliative was here, like the palliative were held in a warehouse, Lekki, Tollgate, NSAS, protests during those periods. You can see a lot of warehouses were broken down, palliative were being brought out. These are food that were asked to go share to the citizens. It did not reach to majority of the, but there are ways you can invest that money, and every of the citizens will be a partaker in that investment, more like opening a factory, where people can work and earn living for themselves. So that's my own aspect.
If the federal government can revise the issue of fuel subsidy so that we'll continue the way we are living, it will be better for us. If we share palliative, at least before 2 days, palliative will finish and we continue suffering. I don't think that is a good idea to Nigerians.
Well, I cannot really say it's a good idea, Sha, but if they are going to give it to those that need it, especially the less privileged and the children and beggars on the streets, it's a good idea for me.
From historical evidence, most of the policies, Nigerian policies, most of those policies don't get to the targeted people. So if there is a paradigm shift in the way government policymakers want to make things to happen the way it is spoken or the way it is it's supposed to be, then it will get to the targeted people. I have confidence that maybe with the turn of the growth and development, democratic development in Nigeria, Nigerians will start doing the right thing.
Okay, I just feel the food palliative is okay, but I just feel that other sectors that really need that money, such as fuel sector, because it's really affecting a lot of Nigerians, the students. The high rate of price of transportation has increased. So if the government should invest the money into fuel subsidy, with that at least fuel will be cheaper for the masses. With that, life will be a little bit easier for us. So
about the news, we heard that the president, or rather the federal government, has approved palliatives for states, and then it includes sharing of rice, and then I think I've heard of it. Depends on the process of sharing. It's a good idea to give palliative to people who need it, because I believe that we have a lot of people that would find it helpful. But we need to have, a clear-cut process on how these things can be shared so that it will get to the people who need it. Because anything about government, most times the people it will end up in their houses would be people who are well off, people who don't need it, people who can afford it. So it's a good idea if they can manage the sharing very well.
If they do it in the right way, you get. Because me self, this rice of a thing and sharing beans and rice of a thing is not really a good idea, because this in educational sector and this fuel subsidy, I wish they would just channel that, you understand, the money they want to use for this palliative of a thing, channel it to this educational sector and this fuel subsidy, so it should get to the masses. Because in educational sector we have both rich people and poor people.
Welcome back. And still on the 5 billion naira palliatives, we appreciate the Nigerian government for acknowledging the hardship of Nigerians and for putting the welfare of the people at heart. We are, however, concerned on the mechanisms for the distribution of this palliative. We also believe that investing in social infrastructures will go a long way in the holistic aspect than a very short-term palliative method. Let's know what you think down in the comment section below. Till next week, I remain Oguneke Omotola. Bye-bye.